clip in FFXIV. You'll find it pretty easily.
All right.
So,
guys, buckle up. Here we go. Buckaroo. All right, this isn't news per se, but what with us being who we are here at Limit Break Radio, this is not something we could let pass under our radar.
Couldn't ignore it.
No. A thread popped up over at good old r/FFXIV entitled "A Plea to the User Base to Stop Abusing Kugane."
It's pronounced Kugane.
Kugane. I'm sorry.
I thought it's Kugane.
Kugane. I'm sorry.
Kugane. There you go.
Kugane. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It reads as follows.
Hang on. So, listen, before we start into this, okay, like, we know that this is probably a troll, right?
We're aware.
Like, we're aware.
If it's not...
No. But it's still funny.
It's either a professional level troll or this person needs to be put in a place.
That's the thing, is that it's a really good troll.
It's so good.
Why can't our trolls be this good?
And of course, this post basically follows Poe's law.
Yeah.
Where, if you argue something to its absolute sincerest, it becomes indiscernible from sarcasm.
Yeah, at some point you can't tell whether it's trolling or anymore because you've taken it so seriously.
So, all right, you want to... Have you got a good racist voice worked up for this, Escalia?
No, I cannot imagine that the person who wrote this is actually Japanese.
Well, you know what? I'm going to help you because I feel like this might be something
I'm pretty sure the person that wrote this is a weeb.
Oh, thank you for this.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna set the mood, right? Like, and you're gonna be able to find the right voice for this, I think.
This is a sensitive topic for me and many other players in the game. So let's please try to be civil. I'm asking the player base, most of it, to stop hanging out in Kugane and flooding the shout chat with memes and harassment. Kugane represents a rich culture that is important to some of us and should be respected. It is an endgame hub designed for people like me, people who identify as otaku, who have a deep appreciation for Nihongo and want to honor it in game.
Nihongo means Japanese.
For Nihon.
Thank you.
Please, go take your toxicity to Ragar's Reach and leave us alone. Kugane is what we've always wanted. A true place for anime and manga fans to live our dream. It's a safe haven for real fans of Nihongo culture and art. Not a place to spam Donald Trump-san memes and talk about sex.
Arigato, racist.
Please respect
the
Kugane.
son in there was just fucking incredible.
Please respect Kugane and just leave it. Do not take this from us. Do not ruin the beauty and majesty and history that Yoshida-san has given us. It is deeply upsetting to me and many other true fans of Nihongo art, architecture, and history. Thank you, Stormbloods.
Nihongo also only means the language.
Nihongo.
Not sure what you would use.
Nihongo.
You know what, Nika, that actually I think fits in.
I think you're right, but I think you're right.
So
was that an appropriate voice for you there, Nate? Does that work?
I think that worked.
All right, great.
I mean,
it
went really well.
Like one of the real school,
yeah, I think it was supposed to be a
weeb voice.
It should have been an otaku voice, but I don't have the otaku voice down. Like offensive Japanese voice I can do, and that music was perfect for it.
But I mean, what's an otaku? Is this close to an otaku voice? I don't know what that one would be. What does a fucking otaku sound? Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
It's some mixture of like this heavy breathing and Mandark from Dexter's Laboratory.
Okay, that's fair. I just don't know how to project like terrible facial hair and body odor in a voice.
Just pretend you're a Redditor.
So the question I actually have about this, because obviously the whole thing is questionable, but specifically this kind of goes to Nika and to Escalia. They say it is an endgame hub designed for people like me, not a raider, but an otaku. What is an endgame hub designed for an otaku exactly?
It's the jumping puzzle tower. That's the endgame.
That you're not wrong. That is like the only thing that sets Kugane apart.
4.5 hours on that fucking jump.
You know what? You're the problem. It's you jumping all over the place instead of sitting down on the floor and drinking your tea like a respectable
otaku.
Also, it's funny because, like, yes, this is obviously heavily based on Japan, but it's not Japan.
Yeah, it's still fantasy
like,
Japan.
It's fantasy East. So, like, there are some Chinese, there are some, like, other Asian cultures thrown in, and some just, like, total fantasy made-up bullshit.
It's like saying that Gotham City is what Chicago actually is. It's just like, yeah, it's based off of like a mixture of Chicago and New York, but like it's still fake.
And there's a lot of Japanese names, obviously, because they're Japanese developers, and so, but it's not Japan.
No matter how much you want it to be.
Especially because it says anime and manga culture, and there's nothing like everything about Kugane is very beautiful and Japanese in feel, but
threw up in my mouth.
What about it has a manga or anime feel? Like,
next to nothing.
Nothing.
There's no high school in it.
I understand the people.
Not yet.
I understand the people who I mean, if I'm going to take this as seriously as I can, I understand the people who want to like respect and honor the ancient Japanese culture. I totally get that. But people who are like otaku with an appreciation of manga and anime, like where are they getting that?
I'm speaking American. It's the only language I understand.
Let's be frank. Once you put this world into a video game, the talk about respecting it as a culture has kind of gone out the window, hasn't it?
Yeah, but the fact that you're even placating it for a moment of going like, I understand why people would want to respect it. Why? It's a fucking video game. Like, why? Why would you want to have other people, like that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, I understand again that this is a troll post and that
I'm
by the way,
taking it as seriously as I can allow myself.
Yes, idiot.
By the way, props to you, Stormblood-san.
Yeah, that was very good.
You nailed it.
It was very good. But no, like honestly, when when dealing with someone who's not connected to reality fundamentally is when you start having these conversations about like, oh, well, you should respect this digital space. Like, what are you actually talking about? What do you want people to respect? Like, this was ostensibly responding to people jumping on top of one of the roofs in Kugane. Like, this is stupid.
Is that what it was? That's what I was going to ask. What is it responding to? Like, who is not respecting the town? Like, I've been in Kugane. My home point is Kugane. I'm always in Kugane, and nothing not respectful is happening. So that's what
like jumping on the roof, like
Donald Trump memes and sex talk. Not respectful.
I have not seen any of that on our server. Maybe that's just on.
That just sounds like the second or third day of an expansion. That's all that sounds like.
Idleshire wasn't any better for that.
No, it does. I mean,
okay, but Idleshire didn't have this rich and diversified culture to draw upon.
Oh, good.
They had goblins. Goblins have a culture too.
No, they're just trash.
Wow.
Literal
Idleshire
garbage.
was Flint.
That's being